Shreemant Chimaji Ballal Peshwa was the son of Balaji Vishwanath Bhat and the younger brother of Bajirao Peshwa of Maratha Empire. He was an able military commander who liberated the western coast of India from Portuguese rule. The high watermark of his career was the capture of Vasai fort from the Portuguese in a hard-fought battle. Background: while Portuguese naval supremacy had been weakened by the British, French and Dutch navies, they still maintained a strong presence on the western coast of India, from the Gujarat coast through the Khingan, down to northern Malabar. They maintained well-defended fortresses all along the coast located in islands and harbour mouths. For their headquarters in Goa they ran a theological Christian state all along the western coastal region from Daman and Diu down to Mangalore. To further the spread of Christianity, Inquisition was promulgated throughout the Portuguese possessions in India, and a program to annihilate Hindus through conversion. A massacre commenced. Hindus were subjected to torture, frequently surpassing even the barbarity of contemporary Islamic rulers. Maratha campaigns against the Portuguese. It was in this milieu that the Marathas arose, ignited by the call of Swaraj given by Shivaji, to restore the land of India to the sons of the soil. While Bajirao was waging war against the Mughal Empire, Chimaji Appa concentrated his energies towards the western Ghats. The Vasai was the ultimate objective of the war, as this was the capital of the provincial government of Portugal's northern Indian possessions. Capture of Belapur Castle. In 1733, the Marathas, led by Chimaji Appa, with Sardar Shankar Buwa Shinde, wrested control of the Belapur fort from the Portuguese. Sardar Bajirao Shinde, actual great-grandfather of Bajirao Shinde and real younger brother of Bajirao Shinde, opened the attack from Maratha side. He had made a vow that if it were to be successfully recaptured from the Portuguese, he would place a garland of bay leaves in a nearby Amruteshwar temple, and after the victory the fort was renamed as Belapur Fort. The capture of Vasai. After careful planning, Chimaji Appa led a Maratha army into the occupied territories in 1737. Chimaji's strategy was to go for the weakest link in the chain to the strongest, thereby progressively weakening the Portuguese. On the 28th of March 1737, Maratha forces led by Bajirao Shinde and his great-grandfather Bajirao, with both his sons Bajirao and Balaji Shinde, fought gallantly in this war. Maratha General Shankar Buwa Shinde captured the strategic island fortress of Arnala, thus cutting off a crucial relief line to Vasai. Thane and Salsette Island were freed in 1737. In November 1738, Chimaji Appa captured the fort of Dahanu, and on the 20th of January 1739, Mahim capitulated. This was speedily followed by the capture of the forts of Gulf Mahim by Bajirao Shinde, Surgao by Bajirao Shinde, Tarapur by Bajirao Shinde, and Asaram on the 13th of February 1739 by Chimaji Appa. On the 28th of March 1739, Portuguese lost the island and the fortress of Karanja to Balaji Shinde's forces. Finally, in February 1739, Chimaji Appa invested Bassein Fort. He first occupied Vasova Fort, Dharavi, and blockaded Bassein Creek. Then mines were laid at various points under the fort walls and detonated, causing a breach in the wall. As the Marathas, including Bajirao Shinde and his cousin grandfather Bajirao, son of Shreemant Chimaji, poured into the fortress, the Portuguese fought on desperately and viciously, using the technically advanced weapons and artillery. They caused high casualties among the Marathas. Inch by inch the fort was secured and resistance contained in small pockets. At this stage the Tower of St. Sebastian collapsed in an explosion, and Portuguese morale plummeted. All resistance ceased immediately. On the 16th of May the Portuguese army surrendered. Portuguese Captain Catano de Souza Pereira signed the surrender as most of the top army officers were already dead. Chimaji was magnanimous in victory, and surviving Portuguese were given a safe passage from the city. Legends also speak of his emulating Shivaji Maharaj by returning with honor a woman of Portuguese governor's household who was presented to him as a spoil of war. Portuguese were given 8 days to take all the movable property and move out. Accordingly, the last remnants of Portuguese army and administration pulled out of Vasai by the 23rd of May 1739. Great Maratha warrior Bajirao, alias Jankoji Shinde, son of Bajirao Shinde, killed Portuguese top official General Martinho da Silveira, General Pedro de Melo and Lt. Colonel João Milhão. The Portuguese sources record that during the entire war with Chimaji Appa during 1737 to 1740, besides the northern province's capital Bakum, they further lost 8 cities, 4 chief ports, 20 fortresses, 2 fortified hills, and 340 villages. The losses amounted to nearly the whole of the northern provinces. To celebrate his victory and to fulfill a vow taken in front of Devi Vajreshwari, Chimaji Appa had a temple built for the goddess nearby. The Vajreshwari temple still stands there as a relic of Maratha glory. Chimaji Appa died in 1740. The conquest of Vasai was long cherished by the Marathas as a matter of national pride and glory. A relationship built on trust and camaraderie between Bajirao and Chimaji was the key to the meteoric rise of the Marathas during Bajirao Peshwa's reign. Family. Chimaji was married to Rakmabai. He had a son, Sadashivrao, known popularly as Sadashivrao Bau, who led the Maratha forces in the historic Third Battle of Panipat against Ahmad Shah Abdali. Rakmabai died shortly after Sadashivrao's birth, which led to Chimaji Appa's second marriage to Annapurnabai. In popular culture, in the 2015 drama film Bajirao Mastani directed by Sanjay Leela Bansali, Chimaji Appa was portrayed by Vibhav Tatwardhi.